Hi. Hi, everyone. You guys hear me okay?
Yep.
You should be able to. Thank you for that confirmation. What markets are you with?
Uh, Keller Williams, Mountain Properties,
Mountain Properties? Nice. Awesome. Is that in Summit County?
Edwards. Uh,
Edwards. Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Thank,
welcome.
thank you.
Do you want me to turn? You
Today,
guys can participate. Sure. Oh.
we have a few people joining. I think I saw Market Center joining. We got a lot of people with their videos off. What's up with that, you guys? Come on, I want to see your faces. It's like teaching through a dark room. What's that? That's never fun.
Hmm.
Hi, Chris Kloss, Market Center in the house. Hi, guys. Good to see everyone. Hi, Linda. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you to do me a favor because it helps me see you. Doesn't matter what your background looks like or what your hair looks like. Y'all are so beautiful. Come on, show your faces, um, and share your video screens, please. This is how I get to know you and connect with you as my audience. And it's just out of respect and kindness for me as your instructor. So if I can ask you all to do that, that would be greatly appreciated. I want to see more videos come up. Come on now. Come on, James Schaefer. I'm going to call you out. There's 22 people here. We're not going to just, glide through this and be on Instagram while I teach. Otherwise, there's no point of you being here, right? Okay, cool. How is everyone? Put in the chat what Market Center you're from. Today is going to be a great class. We're going to be focusing on social media, and I'm literally going to be showing you a playbook around social media today. I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks on how to automate and schedule your social media in Canva today. Typically, I know we teach from Command, but I also like to give you different resources so that you know you have options. Because last week I was absent. I was actually on vacation. Was it last week or the week before was time to go? And I had my good friend Jeffrey Rega teaching a course around how to schedule and do social media as well in Command. So if you were a participant in that class that time, I'm going to change it up for you a little bit this time and teach you a little bit more about social and just what we found at KWRI. So I think this is really going to be beneficial. All right, awesome. Let's see the chat. We have Arvada, Keller Williams Mountain Properties, Partners, Colorado Springs, DTC. Hi, DTC. Love that you guys are here. Colorado West Realty, Park Meadows. Thanks for representing Park Meadows, James. Great to see you. Sean, I haven't seen you in a while. So good to see you. That lovely smile. All right, I love seeing familiar faces. See how this is just better and we're community. And I also want to invite you to feel free to raise a digital hand if you have a question while I'm teaching. That helps me give me a prompt to pause. Sometimes I can't always see the chat as I'm sharing my own screen. So if you could do me a solid digital hand and also use a chat box too, please. But digital hand also helps because it comes up right away. All right, you guys ready? All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and share this social media playbook that was created by KWRI. And most of you have seen a lot of these playbooks float around. And where you can find these playbooks is actually in Connect. So when you log into Command, there's 3 tabs at the top, and one of them is Connect. As you may of you, some or may not know, that we have implemented KW Connect inside Command so that you have on-demand training. So welcome to this social media playbook. I'm going to discuss a little bit behind the research of social media, what should be really important for you to post, and then we're going to walk into how to post them, okay? So check this out. Growing share of Americans say that they use YouTube, and Facebook remains one of the most widely used online platforms among US adults. Check this out. Look at this graph here, and I know for myself that I have relatives, aunts, uncles, they're a lot older that are on Facebook now. And it's a very interesting increase in different generations. And I think perhaps sometimes we forget that there are multiple generations on Facebook and Instagram. Look, Instagram is the third one down there. And as we know that Instagram and Facebook are connected. What I'd like to just offer in this conversation too is if you feel like you're a heavy Facebook user and not really a heavy Instagram user, why not open it up an Instagram account so that it can automatically do that for you? Some people might have already have that connection, but if you don't have that connection, I say grab an Instagram account and put yourself out there just because it casts a wider net and a wider audience for you to be in front of more people. And look at these numbers here. 81% of people are using YouTube. 69% are using Facebook. 40% are using Instagram. And the numbers as we grow get smaller as we go down the list of other social platforms. And I think this is just a call out to say, why not be on the most highest used platforms? And are we actually using the platforms that are going to get us the results that we want? I know that there's been a lot of conversation around LinkedIn. And if you can mute yourself, that would be great. Some agents are like, well, what's the use of LinkedIn? Should I be on there? I say be on the platforms that people are using the most of. And here it is, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Okay, there's your answer. The other thing that I want to skip ahead to is this page. And I think if you want, you can absolutely grab a screenshot. If you want, you can also check this out and connect and look this up yourself. But the first thing that we want to do is use a like model to create content. And I'm about to go through that like model and tell you what that model is. Then we're going to actually schedule posts. Step 2, we're going to target your database. We're going to comment, direct message, like, and share, and interact with friends and followers. And then step 4, we're going to follow new people. Step 5 is actually creating and curating an online community, and that could be a niche Facebook group. We'll discuss a little bit about that today and how that can really benefit you. I've seen it for myself, and I've actually coached a lot of people who've taken step 5. And I know there's been a few people in our ecosystem that do step 5 at a really high level. Please mute yourself. Who's unmuted? Sorry, guys, 1 second. Deanna, can you please mute yourself? All right, everybody muted, please and thank you. Awesome. It really interrupts my train of thought. Appreciate it. Okay. So we're going to go over the like model. So as you can see here, it is very straightforward. And I love this playbook just because it is straightforward. And how many of you on the call get so confused about what to post? Or raise a hand. It's like a deer in headlights. What do I post today? And then sometimes we just don't get around to it, but then it costs us to not be part of our audience. And so what I'd like to do is just really simplify this model for you by using this playbook today, because I get so many questions all the time. What do I post? What do I post? Here it is, local information. The I stands for information. The K is know me, and the E is engage in conversation. So use this like model to create content. And we're going to give you examples today of what that looks like. So local information, you guys are the experts. That's an easy one, right? Post about your local community shows that you're actively involved in, knowledgeable about, and where you live and work. So here's some examples. Number 1, the history of your town or area. Number 2, upcoming community events. Number 3, school events or calendar. That is so prevalent in this time that we are in right now. I know my son is going into school next week. Some have already started. How can you be that local expert around school events or calendars? So timeliness too, I think, is something that we could also just acknowledge here. And probably we should let them know we should add some timeliness in this conversation. Community service activities, interviews of prominent community members, school or college sports games and scores. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, we know that we're getting into football season. I know my husband just went to his draft this previous weekend, right? But here's the deal. You all are smiling, and I love this conversation because it makes us human, and it's not all about just real estate, right? And can we be honest here? What we're trying to do is we're trying to create and connect to an audience that makes us feel more human more often. And when we feel more human more often, we're going to start to like you, know you, trust you, and hire you. So the human factor is really prevalent in this step one to social media. So don't forget it and don't overcomplicate it. Some really cool ideas here is just to create really quick videos on any area that is local around you that you like to do business in. And let's just call out cross promoting. I think cross promoting a location or a restaurant or a shop that you go frequently to that could benefit somebody's lifestyle is also something that's undervalued, or underrated rather. So as we walk through just life in itself, we have our own sort of lifestyle that we're living. Why not promote that lifestyle online? And why not share those things that you're doing with your kids, your husband, your wife, your partner to engage more people, because that makes you more human. Cool. So you'll see this farmer's market video just as a screenshot here, and also a screenshot of somewhere to eat, like things to do in Austin. Why not be that local expert? And can I just say, I know that you as an agent, you're a people person, right? You're in this business to grow relationships and build relationships and have fun. This can even inspire your week. So why not make this an activity that can be consistent over time to help you win more people and build your trust circle more often? All right. So let's discuss information about real estate now. This is an easy topic. Market updates about your area. Number one. Number two, these are just examples. Industry news. I just got off the phone with my MAPS coach. As some of you may know, I'm also a MAPS coach as well as an RTT. But a lot of our conversations on my call today is something that I want to share with you, and I find that it's very invaluable. Industry news is a pretty hot topic right now. And as we know, the economy, the interest rate, how the market is going. The question to you right now is, do you feel like the economist of choice in your business? Do you feel like your clients can come to you and ask you anything about the economy? And do you feel like you're giving them the information that they need more as frequent as possible? When we start to give opinions about the economy and the market irregularly, then we're not looking like professional we should be. So what could you do in your social post today that portrays that you are the economist? You know exactly what's happening in the market. How much credibility do you think you could build there, right? And so when we step into that role and we own that role of being the economist of choice, people will think that you are. Be the economist of choice. Do the activities that help you look like the economist of choice, and have that, right? So I think this is a very prevalent and powerful conversation that I wanted to just throw out there in this training. Probably could have had a better description of my training instead of just automating social media today. But that's where we're headed. We're headed into like rich, powerful content that could help you win clients and be more purposeful about your social media calendars. Make sense? Okay, I'm going to stop there, and I want to go through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in these examples. But what comes up for you in the economist of choice? And if you could just unmute yourself, I'm going to ask you to participate and engage with me. Any ahas? Because I see a lot of smiles and nodding, and the screens are in front of me. Anybody want to share their thoughts around this conversation?
Well, everybody wants to know what's going to happen with the real estate market. That's always the first question, right?
Yes, it's so true, Sean. And yet, are we being that resource, right? Are we being that resource to give them your unbiased or biased opinion more often? Because what happens when we start giving them stats more often and conversations about it more often, then there's more room for error. So if you give an opinion about this market right now without knowing too much and you're irregular about it, then you're not going to look like a economist, right? And so people are going to just have that mind shift with you when you step into that role, especially now, because we know that interest rates are a lot higher and we're not going to talk about the market, but we know where that leads. Anybody else want to share? Thank you for sharing, Sean.
Is there a good source to stay updated on, whatever area?
Yeah, NAR,
Can you share those?
National Association of Realtors. Go there. They offer stats on the regular and for nationwide. So just Google NAR and you'll find a lot of those stats around the market.
Yeah, I guess I heard of that. I just haven't.
Yeah, National Association of Realtors. Okay, perfect. Your local MLS will also provide those stats as well and reports. NAR will actually give some really cool tips about sellers and buyers, especially from the year before. So you can even share that with your potential client. All right, anybody else want to share? What comes up for you? This is a safe space. We've got 35 people on here. Let's talk. Let's have real talk about this conversation real quick.
I love the idea of cross promotion. But what permissions do you think we need to do that? What would you recommend?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, Brandon. And what I would recommend is go walk into one of those shops or stores or restaurants. Introduce yourself. Ask the owner to get to know you, get to know the owner. And hey, that could be a great conversation to be had for a future client event. What would the owner be willing to give? Another tip and trick I want to offer to you, and I don't want to scroll too much in this conversation, but boomerang cards are really cool to give out. If you're unfamiliar with Boomerang, it offers a discount to your past clients, sphere of influence on local restaurants around you. But if you don't have time to have those conversations with the owners to cross promote, Boomerang does it for you already. It brands you on that postcard. It gives your client something of value and they can go get a buy one, get one at their local sandwich shop. Awesome. All right, I'm going to move on just for sake of time. Myths about real estate industry. I love number 4 because again, that goes back to the market in today's market. What kind of information are you consistently giving out to your database that gives value and demystifies someone who is on the fence about buying or selling? Top reasons for your service of why it's top reasons your service is important. Number 5 is a really good one, you guys, because I think that goes back into value proposition, right? Like, are you truly telling those stories about those wins with your buyers and sellers? Are you tagging those people in those posts? And we'll go into that too. Upcoming seminars or client events you are hosting, new listings or open houses, and client success stories. There it is, number 8. The more credibility and testimonials you share from other people, the more it just gives you leverage to find and tap into somebody else's database or sphere of influence. All right. So know me. Here's some examples of personal content that you could be. Hobbies, travels, books, gratitudes, quotes, holidays, kind of like the Ford conversation. If you're unfamiliar with Ford, it's family, occupation, recreation, dreams, and did I cover it all? I think so. Why was I thinking there was an S on there? All right. So what are you doing in your lifestyle, right? What do you do in your free time? Make yourself look more human more often as an agent. We know that you all are professionals, so have fun with it. What are you doing outside of work? Are you playing tennis? Are you going for a walk with your dog? Do you like to go for nature hikes? What are you doing with your children? Right? And where do you want to travel? Are you taking time off to travel? Oh my gosh, you need to be making time for travel. If not, books and music. What are you educating yourself about that you want to have a conversation about, right? Gratitude. What are you grateful for? You guys, this is all kind of like personal work here. And I love that we have this conversation because it does make you look more human. And do you have a sense of humor? Share that. And of course, holidays, make sure that those holiday posts are year round. And that's a very easy thing to schedule out. Happy Thanksgiving, Giving Tuesday. All right. Now, again, this is simple. Something that you could walk away with today is this entire playbook. And if I have time to share my screen and to drop it into the chat, I will just drop the playbook into the chat for you so you could just simply take it away. Take polls, get engagement, ask questions, host competitions, do giveaways. Engagement is great because that's how we get into having a two-way conversation that could lead to real estate, right? And this is how we deepen our relationships when we do get engagement. Ask questions, do polls, make it fun, make it easy. What is your favorite house? Picture one or picture two? Do you like modern or do you like farmhouse, right? Host competitions and pick a winner. I see a lot of agents doing that here in Colorado. They do a lot of giveaways and capture a lot of leads through just giving out like a fancy vacuum that costs $500. Nobody would buy it on their own unless you're really into vacuums, right? Okay, I think you guys get the idea. We're going to go right into scheduling posts, but I wanted to start you off here because I know getting ahead of scheduling posts comes with what content to post, right? Okay. So I'm going to stop my share here and we'll grab my other screen. And while we do so, do we have any questions in the chat? Any tips for following Facebook guidelines? We get rejected ads for simple posts sometimes. Some new rules about equal opportunity housing. I'm not an equal opportunity housing expert, and yet we also know that discrimination exists, right? And so what we want to do is ensure that our posts are equal, that they include everyone, and that we're not steering them to a particular neighborhood because it's safer, right? That's my knowledge. Another knowledge that I have about Facebook is I don't like you talking about alcohol. So if you're talking about drinking wine and doing an event, make sure you don't do that. Say refreshments. Hi, Evie Skillen. So good to see you. Okay. So let me grab my screen and I'm going to also keep my playbook side by side with me so we can grab some content and some ideas. Is there a particular piece of content that would really benefit you today in this conversation? Topic? I think the personal one is going to be easy. I think the business one could also be easy. And yet I want to give you the tools to do it. Would the business one with comps be easy for you or beneficial for you? Thumbs up, yes, in the chat. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to share my screen, grab my Chrome. All right. Where I would like to start you is actually showing you where the playbook is real quick. So like I had mentioned earlier, we're going to be in command. I went to connect and I literally just typed in social media. Okay. And that's where the social media playbook came up. And that's what I'm teaching on today. So I clicked on social media and then that's where all the topics are going to be living. So if you're frivolously trying to take notes, don't worry. All you need to do is click on the social media playbook and then scroll down here. I don't know why my other one is not working. And then see this little button, you can click download. So you just download the playbook and then just follow it. It's that simple. All right. So I'm going to head to my consumer site. We're going to start there. Agent site, however you want to say it. Same thing. And I'm going to teach you about how to share some really cool stats or a neighborhood page for somewhere that you like to do business in. I'm going to do Backcountry, Maine, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. It's a pretty fancy neighborhood in my backdoor area. I'm sure you all Coloradans might be familiar with this area. It's a very high scale neighborhood, higher price point. But what's lovely about our site is it offers comps in every single neighborhood. And if you're not utilizing this now, I hope that you walk away with this knowledge so that you could utilize it again and again and show your clients how to even find their neighborhood on your site by simply just typing it in here. I'm going to go to this section and see how it says explore neighborhood there. I'm going to click on explore neighborhood. So this is actually where we're going to land our viewers on Facebook to our page. So what I did was I looked up a neighborhood, I clicked on explore neighborhood, and then this section, we're actually going to use this URL. We're going to shorten it, make it look pretty, and post it on social. Cool. So here we are, top of the screen. This is a URL. This is also known as a live link. And what live links actually mean is that this data is constantly being updated. So tomorrow, these numbers could change. This next 5 minutes, these numbers can change, et cetera, right? So this information is constantly being updated by the MLS. That's what I mean by live. But I just want to overview what this page does for you as an agent because I find it very valuable and something that you can continue to use with even a conversation with buyer or seller. It offers a market snapshot, sold stats, properties for sale, what locals say, and a Google map that's embedded into your site so anybody could search for a place and know the commuting time, nearby schools, and then at the surrounding areas around the neighborhood, even nearby neighborhoods down below. So this in itself, this information in itself could be used for local information to fulfill that like model. Make sense? So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually take a screenshot of this. That wasn't the best screenshot. Hold on. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because it shows a map and the neighborhood. We're going to head back into Canva. So we're actually going to use Canva today. I'm going to show you how to schedule posts from Canva and also create a design. They're very simple to use. How many Canva users do I have here in this room? A raise of hands or even a yes in the chat. I feel like that's a resounding yes or a resounding no because nobody responded. I feel like everybody knows Canvas. I'm just going to take it for a resounding yes. What I like to do is I like to create a Facebook post as a social square post. So what I do typically is come in here and I type in Facebook post. And there are a couple ways of, it'll show landscape, but what I like to actually use is Instagram because it's a nice replacement for the square option. So I use the Instagram post square because if you're posting on Facebook and automatically Instagram, it's going to provide that square placement nicely. Otherwise, if it's landscape, it's going to be a little too large for Insta. All right. So now what I like to do is to start from a blank slate, is create a blank image. And I love Canva because there's so many options. Side note, I have the pro version of Canva. It's very low cost. It's like, I think $12 a month. So super beneficial if like you want to have two options because I also live in Designs on Command. I find that Canva sometimes just has different types of stock images and also different types of real estate templates. So let's talk about templates real quick. I'm going to head to the search engine here on the left-hand side of my screen, and I'm going to type in real estate template. There it is. And there's a bunch of templates that come up instantly that I love. And, I also like to just say in the search of trying to find a template, the simpler, the better, just because when you have a lot of text, it gets a little confusing to the eye. Because what we want to do is to make our message really clear in our post and not confuse them with the image and the other layered text down below. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, cool. So, and also, I think we tend to overcomplicate this piece. We're just doing it too much with text and overlay. So I always like to look for something very simple. And I like that one. Canva is very easy to use. Very worth the $13 a month. Oh, I was off $1. And I think they might have just raised it too. Okay. I'm actually going to just use this one for the sake of time so we can push through. All right. So this is simple. Not a lot of text copying, not too many layers. Find your perfect home. I'm also going to put my URL in here just to make it nice. And I want to portray a backcountry Maine home. So I'm going to head over to the left-hand side of my screen. I'm going to click on photos. Then I'm going to type in luxury house. This is going to pull up a ton of luxury homes that I'm going to use to portray a home in Highlands Ranch, backcountry Highlands Ranch. Okay. So again, we don't have palm trees in Colorado. I wish we did. I'm going to take out this one and just clean this up a little bit. Widen this guy. And this one looks like it could be backcountry Maine. I want to be a little bit more luxury. Anybody have any questions or thoughts while I do this? You're just learning. I love it. Okay. This could work. This could also work. This actually really works. I'm going to drag and drop this one in here. Oh, that's a little too Spanish, but you get the idea, right? This is probably good. There's smaller homes in there too. Okay. So find your perfect home. I have my URL at the bottom. It's nice and simple. So notice how there's not a ton of layering with text messaging or with text or copy. There's not a lot of numbers on there. I think we get a little confused as we look through Facebook. Strategy here is to make your image pop and the user to stop scrolling, right? Because we're always scrolling. Okay. Now here's where the magic happens in Canva that I'd like to share with you guys today. Something in the pro version that will literally only cost $13 a month. And no, I'm not advocating for you to do this. I'm just offering this as a suggestion. When I come up here on the right-hand side of my screen, there's a button that says share. All right. I'm going to download this PNG to my screen just for use later. But what happens here is I actually don't have to download it. What I want to show you today is that you can automatically schedule this as a post to your page. Check this out. So I'm going to click on more. And as you can see, there's a social section down here. Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, schedule. I actually have already connected my Facebook page in this section. It will prompt you to. I'm going to select schedule. And I can literally schedule this anytime. So I could schedule this tomorrow. I could schedule this anytime. Check this out. So let's do tomorrow just for grins. It says 12:33 p.m. Maybe I want to schedule this at 9 a.m. next. Select my channel. There I am. Write something. It's that easy. Did you guys know this existed? Anybody? It's so cool. So check this out. What I typically do for social media is I have a running checklist, or rather running document with copy. So what I'm doing is I'm actually bringing up my Word document and I'm pasting that copy here. Just listed in Denver. We're actually not doing Denver. We're just doing Highlands Ranch, backcountry. We could also turn this into local actually, let's do this. Let's say market update. We'll say market update in backcountry Highlands Ranch. There it is. I also have a running list of emojis that I love to use. If you've taken my Spell a Million course, you know that I love to use the fire emoji just because guess what? It breaks the scroll. So emojis, like them, love them, loathe them, whatever you feel about them, just know that they are beneficial to stopping the scroll and making your post pop. So that's essentially what we want to do. We want to make the user look at our social image, our post, what we have to say, and those emojis and this really clear, defined, beautiful image is going to make them stop. I also like to entice them and have a call to action, a CTA, to click to find out what those local comps are about, and a little emoji to prompt them. Okay. So are you thinking about buying your next home in backcountry Maine? And I will say that this user interface is a little bit smaller to type in your copy, but that's okay. I just compiled a list of homes that have hit the market today and homes that have open houses this weekend. I'll change this to, I just compiled the average price point has shifted. Take a peek at the list and DM me. Take a peek at this list and DM me if you are curious about selling your home in the future. All right, so click here. We're going to use that Highlands Ranch backcountry page that we just pulled up in my previous teaching here. So I kept that tab open. What I'm going to do is copy this and shorten it. So I'm going to go to Bitly. Bitly again is free. They have actually cracked down on how many links you can actually use. We'll see if I'm out of links. But what I did is I just selected create new. Then I selected create. It's really easy. Just go to bit.ly.com, sign up for a free account. You can use these shortened links because it will help you track clicks and it'll give you some more data if you upgrade. Okay. So I'm going to copy this shortened link to make it look prettier in my post. Schedule. That's it. I'm going to also teach you that you can stay here. I'm going to go to my content planner in a minute, but we can stay here living in this section of this image and create multiple images over and over and over again. So some of you are probably receiving or have received my smart plan about my tech classes that happen every Thursday right now at 11 a.m. And what I've done here is created multiple images, right? So what I would like for you to do is take what I just taught you and then just continue to duplicate. You can duplicate the page or you can add a new page here. And when you do that, then all of your social post images will be living in this one section. And you can easily create different templates and then schedule different pages. So check this out. When I come in here to click on share, I head to more, just like we did earlier, and then I'll say schedule. Now, when I click next, it will ask me what pages. So it's pretty cool. So you can come up here and create multiple images, schedule your social media out for the entire week, and have every single image go on every single day. Different images on different days with different copy. Make sense? That's how you automate your social posts, you guys. And the really cool thing is not only did I show you today on how to automate social posts through Canva, but I also gave you content to post. So if you showed up late today, don't worry, this class is being recorded. What we do every week is we upload these classes to the KW Regional YouTube channel. So you can go to KW Colorado Regional YouTube page, go to my tech class playlist, and you'll find all of these classes posted there. Classes posted there. Okay, so I'm gonna stop my share. And I'm gonna ask you what kind of questions do you have for me and what did you learn? Or ahas.
So I've been scheduling Facebook posts through Command, but I didn't think I could do Instagram scheduling through Command. So is Canva the best way to do the Instagram, and then Instagram will share to Facebook?
Yeah, great question. So, and yes, you can do exactly what I just did in Command, which was taught last week. This is why I changed it up for Canva this week. But to answer your question directly, Sean, Facebook will Command will automatically still share your Facebook content in Command. So as long as your Instagram is connected to your Facebook outside of Command, those will automatically post. Does that make sense? Yeah. So Instagram has to be connected to Facebook outside of Command once you to automatically post. So any Facebook posts that happen through Command automatically will post to Instagram if those two are connected. Hey, what other kind of questions or ahas do you want to share with me? We can go back and revisit that playbook too if you'd like.
Okay, I have a question.
Hi, Queen. Yeah. Queen Lala. Is that your name?
Yes, Lala.
I love it. Hi, Lala.
So I was in the last class that you used Command. I can still watch that on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I could even share it with you guys right now. We have some time. If everybody wants to see how to schedule posts in Command, I can do that right now. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of heads saying yes. Yeah, let's do it. Thanks, Anthony. Okay. Share my screen. Let's head back to Command. Yeah. So again, some great content. We want to follow the like model in our playbook. And make sure that your Facebook is connected to Command. So all you have to do is come into your settings sections. We actually have changed it. I like to just cover this because sometimes people don't remember or forget. But down here, you're going to see Facebook Ads Manager. We've changed that ads experience. That class is also posted to the YouTube channel. And the Facebook post scheduling, this is where you want to connect your page. You'll just say connect and then follow the prompt. It'll also ask you to enter your login, your Facebook login. Okay, so let's head back to campaigns. So where you actually automate and schedule posts in Command is in Campaigns. So same thought process, grabbing content or creating content. What I like to just offer too is time blocking this. So time blocking this activity in your calendar will then set you up for success so that this can automatically be posted on your behalf. So I'm going to go ahead and select Create Campaign. Actually, let's start here. We'll go to Social Posts up here at the top. So this gives you a view of Command calendar and also how you can post from it. So there's a couple different ways to go about it. You can come here to create a post. You can also come up here to create campaign and click on social post. Both ways will get you there. And because both ways will get you there, I just want to shout out that down here will also give you the prompt to schedule posts or to publish immediately, which I love. Like that quick and easy button to just publish meeting is great. It'll also pull down your pages here on what page you want to add. Content, we just copy and paste that information in from our saved Word doc. So just best practices. If you're going to continue to kind of say the same thing over again infrequently and also consistently, you can just pull up that Word doc, grab your emojis from your emoji tracker as well, and then add your information here. There's also emojis that live in here, just a heads up. And then you can add media here. So that's where you add media, and then you'll select browse files or browse designs, which I love because in Command, if you create a design first, that would be your first step. Your second step would be then head into campaigns and schedule it. So I'm going to go ahead and just browse to see what kind of images I have. Perfect. Homes in Denver. This looks perfect. Oh, yeah, that's great content. Homes that have received offers. Perfect. So then you would just change this copy to homes that have been sold in Denver or received offer. I'll say that. It's such a different type of language. Received, I before E, except after C. Are you thinking, again, the audience to think about selling your home in the near future? Click, and make them feel like they're missing out. I just compiled, or that they have to get it. We call that a MOFR. Message offering immediate response. I just compiled the list. That's also in the MREA. I just compiled a list of homes that have received, there's my correct spelling, offers. Click here to get the list. DM me if you like to, DM me if you want to know the value of your home in today's market. Move this to here. Okay, and then I would add that bit.ly link here. I would prompt them, click here. It disappeared on me. There it is. Click here. Add the link like I just taught you. Because I want you to know everything and be equipped with everything, I'm going to show you back here in my agent site. I'm going to type in Denver, Colorado. Then we're going to head over here on the right hand side of the screen and pull just sold. Check this out. Or you could also do pending. So if they just received offers, we're just going to do pendings, okay? Language. There it is. So now all these homes are going to be pulled up as under contract. To the audience, it's going to sound like, well, and they did received offers, right? See how that changes the verbiage on things? So then I would just grab this link after I did my filter. I would head back to my bit.ly. I would create a new link. Oh yeah, see, I've reached my limit. I would say create new, and then I would paste it in, copy that link, come back to command and paste it here. It just makes it prettier, and then you can grab the analytics of how many clicks, especially because it's a Facebook post, it doesn't always give you the analytics. It should on your business page, but if you do it on your personal, it won't. There's your DBA logo and compliance statement. I love that we built that into Command too, because it sets you up for success. Always include your DBA logo for compliance. Then all you have to do is schedule. So down here below, it gives you that pop-up modal calendar, and it also offers you the time. Okay, I'm not going to have so many different social posts going out on my page. So yeah, and again, when you say schedule post or save as draft, it's nice because I don't know why I have this page up, but because I used to work with Brian. So I'm gonna click save as draft. It's gonna show you all your past posts. And it's also going to show you your live and scheduled posts. Over here on the right-hand side, it's going to give you a week at a glance or also a month at a glance. So you'll see that here's today. If I had a post scheduled today, there would be a post here and so on and so forth. So that's where you can kind of manage all those scheduled posts, go in, make changes, edits, or delete. You'll also see your drafted post here. So that's the post that we just did. There's a draft. Right-hand side of the screen, which I love, it automatically gives you content. So if you feel like you're running out of a like model on Social Media Playbook, come in here, pop quiz, do you know credit score? That one's cool. If I click on that arrow, all it's going to do is immediately pull in the content, the image. All you have to do is schedule it. Like that in itself is liquid gold. Canva does not offer that. Command is so much better. Oh, I love Command. Okay, you guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed my class. We still have 32 people on here. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to share with you, number one, that the month of September for my classes are going to be focused on your pipeline, your value proposition, how to work your opportunities at a high level, client updates, how to win referrals with client updates. If you're not doing them now, you're going to be wowed about some of these classes that I'm going to be offering you because it's really focusing on getting ahead of your paycheck. So as you know, they're 45 days out. And if you're not staying ahead of the curve of cultivating relationships, I'm going to teach you how to do that. So we set you up for success next year. Cool. Now we could even talk about goals if you want. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the thumbs up. So good to see some familiar faces on here. Again, my name is Leslie Jackson, MAP coach and RTT for Colorado. Reach out to me at any given time at lesliejackson@kw.com. And it's Lesley, not IE. Have a great day, you guys. Happy Labor Day weekend. Enjoy. Talk
Thank
to you
you,
soon.
Leslie.